lecture, we are going to introduce the key concepts to define what an organization is and which are the main perspectives that we can adopt to study and understand organizations. The term organization means different things, and there are several ways in which we can define what an organization is. Simplifying, we can summarize all the different definitions into two main meanings. First, organization as a social institution, aimed at achieving defined objectives through collaboration of a set of individuals performing different tasks and with different roles. Second, organization as the act of organizing. In other words, the set of decisions and the actions that should be made to distribute tasks and roles among different individuals. When thinking about organization as a social institution, we can think about a wide variety of examples: private companies, small startups, public administrations, the army, no-profit companies, and so on and so forth. All of these examples represent two or more people that work together for a common purpose, with each person contributing to the overall objective with a specific role and a specific task, putting in place both hierarchical and collaborative relationships. Individuals together form a system that is more effective than the simple sum of individual contributions. If we refer to organization as the act of organizing, we mean the set of decisions that are needed to define who does what, and so the division of work, the coordination among activities, and the responsibilities. The central problems of the organizing act are in fact the division of work and the coordination of work. Division of work is fundamental as a consequence of the fact that usually specialized activities are more effective and efficient than not specialized ones. Think about a person in the organization that is assigned to a specific technology in the production line, for example, to the weaving activity in a textile company. Having a person dedicated only to that specific activity can definitely increase efficiency and effectiveness of that particular work. Coordination instead is the direct consequence of division of work. We need to ensure the alignment between activities in order to reach the common goal. So, for example, in the same textile company of the previous example, we need to coordinate all the different activities involved in the production of a fabric in order to ensure the proper quality of the final product. Organization is a complex reality, and so it is necessary to study it from three main different perspectives: the managerial perspective, the sociological perspective, and the political perspective. These three perspectives represent the different aspects of the organization we can focus on, and also the different actors that are interested in studying it. The managerial perspective, adopted mainly by entrepreneurs and managers, in other words, by the people that manage the organization, considers the organization as a system composed by interacting parts, which are the organizational units. From the managerial perspective, the focus is on formal and objective aspects, such as jobs to attribute to organizational members, the level of centralization and delegation, the function carried out by the different units, the creation and composition of the different organizational units, and lastly, the coordination mechanisms. The sociological perspective is focused on the individuals, and it is aimed at exploring and interpreting the behaviors of the people within the organizational context, their motivational drivers, and so on and so forth. In the sociological perspective, the main lens of analysis is the individual, and the organization is viewed as a place where individuals fulfill their needs of growth and realization. Therefore, cultural aspects, values, and interpersonal processes and relationships are the main focus. The typical example of a sociological focus is the study of the industrial districts, in which small and medium enterprises, which are specialized in similar or complementary productions, develop together through competition and collaboration. For example, we can think about the Silicon Valley in California or the Silk District in the northern part of Italy. To explain the success of these districts, the focus has usually been on factors such as the socioeconomic characteristics and the cultural characteristics of the local community and geographical area. Lastly, we have the political perspective, that is aimed at studying the different ways in which the social systems, such as capitalism or socialism, or the macro trends of the society, such as globalization, are structured and how they use organizations to properly work and exert power. This perspective looks at the organization as a means to generate consensus and distribute wealth in the society. Typical example is the automotive industry in the 20th century, that in many countries, such as Japan and Italy, has been the most important industry for the society, distributing wealth and in some cases also building consensus among citizens. In this module, we will focus in particular on the managerial perspective, paying attention on the formal, structural and systemic aspects that allow us to properly design an organization.